another. All right. All right. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Al. Welcome. Hey, Sky. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Hi, Brand. I can't, I just finished putting eye drops in, so my vision is a little blurry right now. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy holidays to you as well. Happy holidays to you all. I am just coming out saying hello. The eye drops are soaking in, so my vision is getting a little more clear. But until then, just welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Okay, I see Crystal. All right. Yes, Crystal. I can't, it's still blurry. All right, welcome, 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 welcome. I was just coming out today just to be with you all for a few moments and to just say hello and see how everyone was doing. I don't have a topic in mind. If you have a topic, you can throw it out there and we can discuss it. I am just here, available. That's it. How are you all doing? Oh, hey, Peer Together. Welcome, welcome. How are the holidays for you two? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I updated the title. For some reason, I started the video with the old title, but I've updated it. I'm just saying hello. There's no topic, no talk about finals, no talk about me moving, no talk about anything. Actually, it can be anything. 2025 was quite a year. You know what? 2025 has felt like 2 or 3 months to me. I don't know where the whole year went. I think because I spent most of it not doing well, that it just went by really quick because I was at doctor's appointments and different procedures and all of that. I'll show you all my little thing on my back. Do you see my little, where my hole was? That's where my hole was. Now there's a scar. Hey, 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 hey. What am I doing? That was not what I was trying to do. Welcome, 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 welcome. Flew across the country to be with my little sister. I needed the support. Those that I love makes it happen. Oh, that's sweet. I'm happy to hear that. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Her Story, welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we are here 4 days until Christmas. I don't know if you all are in the Christmas spirit. I am hanging on for dear life, just emotionally, psychologically. I'm just really, I'm battered. I am battered, and I am trying my very, 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 very best. This was a year of extreme growth for me, and so a lot has been going on with me behind the scenes. I have my thesis project to do for grad school, which I'm going to be working on next semester. I've also still been kind of researching this whole incel manosphere thing. Talk about twerk girl movement keeps you agile. How funny. So, I want to find out how you all are. I'll probably open up the phone line so anybody can call in and tell me how you're doing. Give me one moment. Oh, Redbone had her heart broken this year. I hope it's not something terrible that happened because I know, terrible things can happen at any time. You know what I mean? At any time. And somebody's saying, you'll be okay, beautiful. I wonder how we feel about that. How do we feel about people telling us we'll be all right? Does it feel good in the moment to hear that, or does it feel minimizing? Like, that meme of the person who is going underwater and they giving you a high five. Let me get my phone line open, and I will invite you to give a call in. Oh, what's going on? The thing logged me out, which it doesn't typically do. I need to sign back in. Give me one moment, please. Like, come on, what you doing? It's trying to, no, I don't want that. No, no. Here we go. Hey, Joanna, how are you and the family doing? Sign in with my pass key. Ugh, I don't know what this thing is asking me to do. These things, Crystal says it feels a bit dismissive. I'm wondering how we feel about that. Because I know when people tell me that in the moment, I don't know how I feel about it because I'm not in the middle of anything right now. So I need to have somebody say that to me when I'm going through something. It's like all of this stuff. All right. It's like, what are you trying to get me to do? It says, scan this QR code. This request comes from device connected. Continue on your device. Oh, and now they want me to see all this small stuff on here? It's unbelievable. It's like they try to force everybody to have a damn phone. And it's like, because I'm trying to figure out how I can get back to a flip phone because I went to the dentist yesterday. And while I was at the dentist, I was looking at How's It Made on the screen. By the time I got back to my damn computer, I was getting recommendations for How's It Made type shows. And I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want this. Like, that's not what I want. It's like, so I'm trying to figure out how I could go back to a flip phone. Okay. So phone lines are open 323-488-3149. I hope you all are okay. Hey, Edna, how are you doing? We got Lateria. Hey, Lateria. Crystal Flip, or is that EYOP? Look, my eyes are acting crazy today, but I did put in some eye drops, so they should be getting better in a moment. Okay. Phone lines are open 323-488-3149. You can call in and talk to me. Let me see how you're doing. Redbone, you can call in. The number is going across the screen 323-488-3149. I feel bad because I had to cut off my parents this year, but the gaslighting, manipulation, and emotional abuse was too much. Oh man, I feel you, dear. I feel you. That's never easy. That's never easy. That's never easy. I feel like things were so much better back in the days before there was all of these invasions. It's like, why do these companies think that, come on, it's just too much? But yeah, no, babe, I feel you. Phone lines are open if you want to call in and talk with me. I have made myself available. 323-488-3149. That's the number to the call in hotline. All right, let's see. I mean, look, you have to do what's right for you. It's like you have to choose yourself above first and foremost. It's like you got to choose yourself. And if nobody else is going to choose you, then you got to choose you. You know what I mean? It's like you can't feel sorry for putting yourself first. Everybody else is putting themselves first. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Letitia, is it? Lateria. Hey, Lateria. The phone lines are open. I'm taking in calls from people who are just calling in to just tell me how you doing, say hello, whatever the case may be. However you want to do it. However you want to do it. Um, Joanna, how is your holiday going? Elle, how's your holiday going? Hmm. Oh, my little bolito is falling off. I gotta tighten up my strings. I gotta get me some new thread. All right. All right. So, me, I'm okay. It's cold in New York. I'm just trying to hold it all together mentally, physically, spiritually. Yes, but girl, they're black and African. So you can imagine how they receive that. I don't know what you mean by black and African. They are black Africans, or are you saying they are a mix of African American and African? Or is one African and one African American? Lataria is saying, I like to just listen and learn. That's cool too. You know, everybody can't call in, especially with the way some of you be acting when folks call in. Y'all be acting up. Now you all done scared all the people from calling in. So I don't know what's going on with you all. Mm-mm-mm. I feel you, but it's available if for those of you who do want to call in and talk. Lataria wants to just listen, and Patty or Paddington. Are you male or female, Paddington? Cause that sounds like a bear's name. I feel like I haven't traveled in so long. I remember when I used to always be on the road, but you know, in therapy these past 2 weeks, a recurring theme that has been coming up for me is how travel has been an escape, how I have used travel to just kind of get away from whatever it is that was near me immediately and just kind of just head out onto the open road. And I guess now that I'm working towards something, it's a lot more difficult to be as free flowing, as fluid. Um, yeah, so I guess that's just the nature of it. You know, it's like a rolling stone gathers no moss. And the uncle that gave me the nickname the Stone, he died in a nursing home by himself. And I tried very, very hard to get him out, but he didn't put things in place in such a way that would have allowed me to be able to help him. You know what I mean? Okay. So Paddington is a woman. That's from your favorite movie is about that stuffed bear? I don't know what to say. I'm also excited. I'll be starting EMDR in a couple of weeks. That's wonderful. EMDR has been revolutionary for me and my life. They're black from Nigeria, and I believe I shall be and believe I shall be their slave. Well, you know, listen, that was many parents' plan when they had children. They had children because they wanted a person who was going to you know, listen, they, so yeah. Speaking of Nigeria, did you see the video of that man that the freedom fighter that I was interviewing? That video is going viral in different parts of the internet. And people have republished the video without my tag and all this other stuff, but this is the nature of the internet nowadays. I am on winter break. I am finished with the semester. I'm waiting for grades from two classes, my video class and my feminism class. The video class I should do well in. The feminism class, I'm crossing my fingers because I never got a chance to like finish my final paper, like with the conclusion and all that other stuff. And so, unwanted touch by men in public, oh gosh, what are we talking about? If this is a call-in show, I may take a leap of faith and call in. Something is really bothering me. Oh my. You know what? Let me put on a fresh shirt. Because if we're going to have some serious conversations, all right, let me put on a fresh shirt and turn on my light. Give me 1 second. Let me put on some music for you all so that we can where's my pointer? My mouse. Is my mouse dead? I think my mouse died while we were on this broadcast. Yep, my mouse is dead. Let me change out my mouse. Give me 1 second. I need to charge that. Okay, this one should be able to connect. Oh, let me just move the mouse pad with my finger. This is too much. Yeah. I'm going to change out my shirt. Give me 1 second, okay? And let me just turn up the music so you all can hear it while I'm changing my shirt. Excuse me.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby. The snow is laying 2 feet deep. Now wish upon a falling star, so all your secret dreams can come true. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Ooh, yeah, there's room at the table for something happens. Something that happens. December ends, yeah.
Now, after I do all of this, you better call in. Shoot.
Christmas, baby. Merry Christmas, baby.
Ah.
Christmas, Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, baby. Yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby.
Hello, dear Santa, I'm writing to you. I know how you're busy, but what else can I do? I'm not a little boy or a girl, but a father of two in this crazy old world. Angie, our youngest, she's only 8. Her mother and I, we were staying.
All right, all right.
She asked us to come and sit down on her bed. She took a deep breath, then here's what she said. I have a secret I promise to keep, but I need to tell
All
you
right.
before I can sleep. Michael and Daniel, some children at school, they say there's no Santa and that I am a fool.
Oh, let me plug up my thing.
They had been hiding where they could see who put their gifts under their Christmas tree. The fireplace burning with a flickering light and lit up the room they were watching that night. One eye at the chimney, one eye at
Goodness,
the
come
door.
on. My mouth
A
is not working.
familiar shape came walking the floor. His coat was red and his beard was in white. Looked just like his daddy in the flickering light.
All right, all right, all right. Okay. So we are here today and we're about to open up the phone lines so that we can start taking the first call, which is going to be about being touched or touching in public, unwanted touches. All right. Phone line is open 323-488-3149. Be my guest. I'm waiting for your call. After I went through all of that, let me pour myself some water. And then okay, there we go. Is the phone line not working? Okay, there it is. How do I answer? Hold on. They changed the thing. Okay, there it is. You're on the air live with Tonya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Lauren, calling from Los Angeles.
Hi, you sound muffled to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Can you all
Is that a
hear
little
her?
better?
Go ahead. Let's hear.
Uh-oh. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, but it still sounds muffled. Are you on like a Bluetooth or something? Because it doesn't sound like clear.
No, ma'am.
Oh, is there any way
Can
you
you hear
could
me
speak?
now?
Is there any way you could speak directly into the headset, or are you doing something with your hands?
No, I had you on speak. Are you still not able to hear me clearly?
Oh, it just went out. I didn't hear anything for a few moments.
Um, can you hear me now? Is that okay?
I mean, it's pretty much the same, but we'll work with it if this is all that you can do. So go ahead. What's up? You said your name is Evelyn?
No, my name is Lauren.
Lauren. Okay, Lauren, so talk to us. What's going on?
Yeah, so something that's just really bothering me and kind of keeping me up a little bit is most recently I had two different situations where men whom I don't know have touched me in public, and like in my private areas, but
It's breaking
um,
up. It's breaking up.
okay, let me see. Is this a little better at all?
A little bit. Go ahead.
So I've had two situations where men whom I don't know have touched me in public, and not touch my private areas, but touch my shoulder. And the more notable one is I went out by myself, and it was in a casino setting. I will say that this person had some drinks or whatnot. They touched me on my shoulder and almost touched my breast. I asked him to stop touching me. He said, "Oh, don't worry, um, I don't want you," or something along the lines of that. So I asked him that about two times, and he still continued to do that. So I stood up. I called for security. Long story short, I'm an African American woman. He's a Hispanic male. They end up kicking me out, saying that I was the aggressor. So I'm just wanting to know: is it something I'm doing? Is it like the vibes that I'm giving off where you feel it's okay to touch me? I don't know. And then the day before yesterday, I had the same thing happen. So by an African American man, again, touching my shoulder. I don't dress provocatively, especially in those kind of settings. It's more of a relaxed attire for me. It's not like I'm dressing to go to a nightclub or anything. But I've been researching, trying to figure this out. Like, what is going on? Why are these people invading my personal space like this? It's just uncomfortable, and I'm wanting to know how to handle it.
Yeah, well, the situation with the casino, how long ago did this happen?
This literally just happened, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and I am looking into an attorney because the way it made me feel, I literally became like a shell of myself.
Yeah.
I am, seeking therapy behind it. It was very traumatic, if I'll be honest. I just feel like us as Black women, we are made to feel like, the person who ended up kicking me out, she is a Caucasian lady, and I already knew where that was going.
Yeah.
She went to security and gave her side of the story, and she was looking at me the whole time. So I'm like, she's going to end up saying I'm the aggressor. But see, it's like someone slaps you and you punch them back in return for their slap. Now you're the bad person. The person should have never touched me to begin with.
Yeah, well, one of the first things that you got to do is get them to write an incident report and let you get the incident report number. You have to move really quickly because these casinos get rid of their footage um, quickly. But no, definitely, none of these are your fault. Even if you had all your titties and your everything out, nobody has the right to touch you. And in terms of spiritually, why would something like this continue to happen? One of the things that I found is that things that continue to come up in my life have been things that need healing. And
Mm.
so maybe this is an opportunity for you to dig deeper. And what is your relationship with unwanted touches? or feeling
Yeah.
helpless or being made out to be the aggressor or anything that you can think of that's similar between these situations.
I already know where you're going. And if I end up crying, that's okay.
Yeah.
Figured I figured, that's what it was. I'm very spiritually gifted in that way, and I kind of figured that's what that was because it felt literally the same, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it's just I don't want to get into these kind of situations in public with people like that. I just really want to be left alone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I feel you. Listen, I I've had a situation come into my life that was so uncomfortable and so just shredding that I had to get to the bottom of what the situation was telling me and wanting to show me, teach me, and the help that I needed to get and the motivation that it took to really get to the bottom of it. So for you, you said that you have your therapy. Are you the one that's doing EMDR or is that somebody else from the crowd?
no, but I have been looking into that level of therapy, and I have not been able to find the right person for me. You mentioned this on your show like a few months ago or something, and I spoke to my current therapist about it, and she recommended someone. So I'm just trying to find the right person. But I am very interested in that based on what you've advised. So thank you so much for the advice in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that I learned recently is that EMDR is exposure therapy with bilateral stimulation. And so it works. Um, exposure therapy has been noted, documented to be very good at trauma healing and trauma
Mm.
recovery, also grief healing and grief recovery. So absolutely, I recommend it with all my heart.
Yeah, I'm going to get on top of that. I am going to get on top of that. The current therapist that I'm with, she doesn't specialize in that, but she, is African American. She recommended that as well. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I will get on top of that. And I know that where all this is, stemming from. I kind of, like you said, when you have things kind of occur back to back, it is kind of signaling you to identify and address something. But just wanting to, I'm just like, I mean, I was doing research all night. Like, what is going on? Is it energetically I'm attracting these people? Because, I wonder if I was a Caucasian lady, would they have came up to me and did that? Would there were other people sitting at the table. No one said anything to me. I mean, no one said anything in my defense.
Right.
So I really just felt like I was alone. All these
Yeah.
people around, no one is saying anything. You can see this person invading my space. There were other men at the table, and it didn't get rowdy until I finally had enough. The
Yeah.
third time is when I finally had enough, and I stood up and said, "If he touches me again, it's gonna be a problem."
I know
And then
that's
that's
mother
when
effing
things got,
right.
yeah, and then that's when it got real. And I
Mm-hmm.
just felt like it shouldn't have gone there. You have a dealer there that's watching this. You have pit bosses in the background watching this. Why are they allowing this? Is it because of me? And so I was thinking like it's because of me. We all know that there are racial and gender biases against us as Black women, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a terrible experience. It really was, and it made me not want to go anywhere at all. But again, I had to kind of muster up some energy
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get out the house and not allow it to become make me become a shell of myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Essentially.
Absolutely. I appreciate you sharing this and good on you for one having the courage to put an end, like even if the other people around didn't stand up, didn't do, it would have been nice if they would have stood up and did what was right. But good on you for having the courage in this situation to speak up for yourself, to put an end to a situation that you did not want, even if it meant you getting kicked out. So good
Right.
on you for that. And good on you for having the courage to call in today to talk about it because one of the things that I've learned this semester is that, well, no, I learned this just during my my graduate studies, that when we retell a story to different people at different times, that we're never telling the same story twice. We tell the story in
Mm.
different ways because we ourselves are working it out. And so when we tell
Mm-hmm.
it in a different way, we are relaying it differently. So you can go ahead and even tell the story again in a different way this time so that you get to address a different part of it. So go ahead. Thank you for calling in. My name is Tanya. What's your name?
My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Yes, hi Lauren. So what would you like to talk about today?
Oh no, I'm the same one. I'm gonna disconnect. Thanks so much.
Oh, that's it? You
No, no,
wait.
no. I was the same one. I was the same one you were just speaking with.
I know. I told you I'm giving you the opportunity to retell your story in a different way.
Oh, I am so sorry. I thought you were giving me the boot. Okay.
No, tell your
Okay.
story
So,
in a different way so that you can address a different
hmm.
aspect of it in the way that you tell it differently the next time.
Interesting. Hmm. 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 Okay. Tell it in a different way as far as what exactly?
Just something different that you need to say, address, focus in on,
Oh.
tell in a different way.
Oh.
It's really up to
I
you.
see what
You
you're
know
saying.
the different
Yeah.
aspects of the story and you know what you may need to say in a different way.
I got you. I got you. Okay. I went out by myself.
Mm-hmm.
This male who I do not know continued to violate me, and um, I exercised patience for the first two times, and the third time I had enough and I advocated for myself and got it
Mm.
resolved. Now, after, I'm going to seek legal counsel, and I'm going to make sure that going forward there is a very clear boundary with no patience being exercised because my body is my body and nobody deserves to touch my body without my consent. I
I
don't
know
care what
that's
it is.
right. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Wow. So, what felt different for you telling the story the second time?
Honestly, after having me kind of back and forth with you and realizing that this is not my fault, I was blaming myself a little bit, thinking that it was something that I was doing. It's not my fault. No one should be able to touch my person. I don't care what it is. They should not be able to touch me without my consent. It's just that simple. I don't know. You kind of just click the light bulb off for me, and I'm like, they shouldn't be touching me. Period. I don't know. I just like they shouldn't be touching me. Period.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And did you all
Yeah.
hear a difference in the telling of the story? So I want to encourage you all to continue to tell your story in different ways and heal a new part of yourself when you tell the story in a different way. So, how did it feel to tell the story a different way?
I'm gonna be honest. I really felt more empowered, and I feel like so I am still a victim in the way that I was violated, right? But I feel just more empowered. I feel more empowered to go forward. And just FYI, I have sought, I am continuously seeking this legal counsel. The first person told me that they wouldn't be able to represent me, and that did kind of get me down a little bit. I'm like, okay, here we go again. Things being done to me without my consent
Mm,
and no
yeah.
reciprocity. You know what I mean? But I am going to continue to go forward, and I'm definitely glad that I called in and was, brave enough to say so. I would never have done this. I'll be honest. Never.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that you did. Thank you for trusting me. Here,
Yeah,
here's
I
a
really
little
appreciate it,
a
Tonya. You are
sticker.
really doing great things. You are really, really doing great things, and I have been watching your content for a while. If no one else tells you, you really, really appreciate you as African American women. You are a staple and doing things that no one else is doing in the community, whether it's verbalized to you or you know it or not. Just
Oh,
continue to do
wow.
great things.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What do you feel that I'm doing that no one else is doing?
Your content is just different. Your content is real. It's raw. It's actually impactful.
Mm.
I can watch different people who I will not say, but I get nothing from them. You are just you're different in a way that you have the ability to connect with people in different ways. You know what I mean? Like for me, I would feel connected to you from a spiritual aspect. From another young lady, you may connect with her more academically,
Got you.
or from another person, you may connect with him on a business level. You get what I mean? So
Yeah,
different
yeah,
people are
yeah.
getting different things from you. And all I'm saying is, whether you know it or not, you are impacting people truly. So please just don't ever stop what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
You're a
that.
leader.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. I appreciate that.
All
Well,
right.
we will take the next caller. Thank you so much, Lauren, and
All
keep
right.
your head up.
You're welcome. Have a great one.
All
Okay, bye bye.
right. All right. That was beautiful. I'm so happy. So, listen, so you know how sometimes you'll be going through a situation with a person and you'll tell the story and you may even ask yourself, why do I keep talking about this person? Why do I keep telling the story? You'll have to realize that you never tell the same story twice, that each time that you tell it, something changes. In some versions of the story, you relay it in a way that you were more victimized. In some versions of the story, you'll relay it in a way that the other person was more victimized. And in some versions of the story, you'll just be just shopping different things around, putting certain things to the forefront or in the back, or, highlighting certain things or whatnot. So continue to tell your story. Make sure that you get a professional psychological person that you can talk to, that can be an objective ear and perhaps even wise counsel at certain points. So I definitely recommend that. The phone lines are open. 323-488-3149. Oh, wow. My my title did not update on LinkedIn for some reason. I don't know why. Uh-oh. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tonya. This is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, how are you? It's been not that long since we've spoken. Welcome back.
Yes. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I was calling in. I can stay on a topic about like what to do if someone touches you. I think that's a very important topic to talk about.
Okay.
But I also wanted. I also took some time to think about our last conversation, and I wanted to possibly go back to that if you're okay with it.
Oh, sure, sure. But what was the last thing that we were talking? We were talking about the trans issue last, right?
Yes, and where we kind of left off at was me trying to explain the difference between gender and sex, and like what if we worked it out differently or got rid of it completely, you know. But I wanted to ask if we could remove gender pronouns from describing gender and instead use color.
Okay. Give me what you mean.
So, like, say, like, if you're born sex female, you would be assigned gender orange, and if you were born sex male, you would be assigned gender green.
Okay.
And so, if someone is born trans, right? So, say a male was born trans, he would be sex male, but his gender would be orange. And
Okay.
and a woman, if she was born sex woman and she's sex female and she's trans, her gender would be gender green, even though her sex would remain sex female.
Okay. And how do you feel that this will change things? And what do you think that this would accomplish?
I think what it would accomplish is everything that it seems like that's being said about trans women, for instance, trans women not being real women, what this does is it it makes it keeps women as women. You will always be sex W, gender orange. A trans woman would never be sex W, gender orange because they were never born. They were born sex M. They will always be sex M, gender orange.
Okay. Okay. So, um, so the women who are born are orange orange. If you have sex orange and your gender is orange, so you're orange orange. And then the other people
Hmm.
would be green orange.
They would be, yep, they would be sex male, gender orange.
Okay. And then so how will that change from what it is that we have now?
Well, it would open up spaces for people who do not fit in the gender binary. So, for instance, if with the bathroom issue or the locker room issue, it would make clear, what the expectation is for the locker rooms, for instance. So let's say if this locker room is open to trans women being in the locker room, it would be a locker room for sex W, gender orange. Oh, that's another thing I didn't clarify. So a trans woman, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
a transsexual woman, for instance, meaning she has removed her male appendage. Her M would change to an orange M. Does that make sense?
So the person would no longer be considered. So the green just means peen. So green for peen.
Green is just the gender that you're assigned if you were born sex male.
But you just said that the person would be orange orange if they chopped off their peen.
Yeah, because that would be a transsexual, but the M still shows that they were born
Okay.
in a male body.
Okay.
It's just because it's orange, it means that they're transsexual.
Right. So one of the things that I feel has to be addressed is that we have a system like that now, but the issue is that they feel there are people in this community who feel that they have a right. They feel that you are infringing on their rights by telling them that they cannot use the bathroom that they say that they should use, that they cannot use the locker room. Because I have them coming into my comments saying, today is the bathroom, tomorrow it's the water fountain. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're talking about it is their civil right to use that bathroom. So
Yeah,
regardless of whether or not you give them an orange or whatnot, they're going to say, well, I have a right to use the orange restroom because I'm an orange.
those comments, I see that those people, I would say that those people are still stuck in a framework of a gender binary, and I think that if we
Hold on, I
remove
have to restart my
gender,
audio thing because you're crackling in my ear. Hold on. All right, say something now.
uh,
Okay, it's better.
hi, how's it going?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. Go
It's
ahead.
better. I think those people, a lot of people in this trans struggle are still operating and stuck in a gender using a binary or a gender binary like framework, and it sounds like the comments that I'm hearing is just that's a level of ignorance due to being stuck in the gender binary framework.
Yeah,
Um,
of course. But see, so that's
outside,
the
go
issue, and I feel like it's a little unfair to really try to explore the conversation with no trans person present because they really can't speak for themselves. Because part of the thing is that they some of them feel that because they say that they are XYZ, that they should be granted access to all of the things that are granted to the people in this gender binary. So, and I've been thinking about this over the past week because I'm like, being a woman has nothing to do with the switch of your hips and all of that other stuff. It has nothing to do with that.
Exactly, and exactly, and it's because we rely on the gender binary. Like if I asked you to describe what it's like to be a woman from the perspective of gender, you would give me an answer, and that answer would vary depend on every woman that I ask. It would have different variations, and it probably would have a lot of things that were related to your body and the experience of being in your body, which is something that someone who was born in a male body, even though we are trans, I am a trans, I consider myself a trans person. Um,
Oh, I
I
didn't
am,
realize that. I guess
I
I
have
forgot.
and so, and I only can understand the world through the experience of a male body. That makes it a little bit different because you, for instance, you were born in a woman's body and you're sex female. So I don't know what it's like to be you because I'm not born in your body. I'm not born in your experience. But the thing that we have in common is our orange gender. That's all I'm saying is that our orange gender is what we have in common, not our bodies, not our sex. I don't know what it's like to be to be in a woman's body, and you don't know what it's like to be in a male's body because we weren't born that we weren't born in that human experience. That's all that I'm saying.
How do you know that you and I experience orange gender in the same way?
I don't think that we experience orange gender in the same way because I am in a male body. I am the orange gender expression in a male body, in male form.
So why even use orange? Why not just get another color, maybe purple or something?
We could use another color. I was just going off of like, well, why you don't like orange? Is it because it's like the color of a fruit?
No, what I'm saying is a person who is sex male who believes that they were born in the wrong body
Hmm.
is not a woman and would not
Right.
be would so this is the thing. I feel that people who are trans have absolutely no idea what it means to be the opposite sex. You have no idea. Like a person who says that they're trans woman, like you may have an idea of what it means to be a woman, but you have no idea.
And can you expand on like in what sense uh do I not know what it's like to be a woman? I'm just humor me. Just humor me, please. No, time. I'm being serious. No, I'm being serious. I'm not saying I'm not challenging you. I just want to I just want to prove a point really quickly. If you could just go ahead and just humor me.
Yeah, well, listen, being a woman and feeling like you're a woman are two different things.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
So what's the
Can you please?
question?
Ex- so
Give
I
me the
guess my
question. Because I don't understand the question.
the question is if you could explain to us what it's like to be a woman.
I can't explain what it's like to be a woman because there's no one way of being a woman. Being a woman is really only about the sex cells. That's it. It's
Mhm.
about
What is it
it's
like for you to be a woman?
I'm a human being. So listen, we part of the one of the issues is one of the issues is that we're raised in societies that overlap gender and sex, so that the ways that people are socialized, they're socialized in certain ways because of their sex. But whenever we start talking about a group experience, right? It gets into language that is dehumanizing, because there is no way of feeling like a woman besides the ways that people are socialized. I can tell you that from very early on in life, that I understood that I had a very unique and powerful responsibility as a keeper of the womb. When I was born, it was assumed that I would be tasked with carrying life inside my body. And thus, I was socialized in such a way because of the way that I was born as a girl, that they knew that I was a keeper of the womb. That is it right there. It's like somebody saying, "Well, I feel like Superman." What does Superman feel like? You know what it's like to have the effect of kryptonite on your body? I mean, you may eat turkey and feel very sleepy after you eat turkey, but you will never know what it's like for kryptonite to have that effect on you that it would have on Superman. So it's like, as a keeper of the womb, I was alerted very early on in life as to the very special role that I played in the continuation of this earth. And so there's no, that's me, right? Because of the ways that my sex cells coalesced to be able to carry life inside of me. And look, and every woman is not able to carry life, but when every little girl is born, there is an assumption that she is a keeper of the womb. And even a person who has a womb, who, let's say they're intersex, and they have external genitalia that makes people think that they're a boy, they will not be socialized in the way of the womb holder. They're going to be socialized in the way of a penis toter. That's the way that they'll be socialized. And that's just the way that it is right now.
Hmm. I appreciate that, and I think everything. I agree with everything that what you said, and the only thing that the only question I have after that would be, would the answer be the same if you just focused on gender, not your sex? When you talk about the womb and being the carrier of the womb, that's your sex, that's your body, that's the physical. But who are you? What is it? What is woman in gender?
I don't
What is
believe
woman?
that there's any such thing. I believe that people are socialized, but I don't believe that there is a woman gender, because I'm not the same type of woman that Serena Williams is. My body does not look like hers. My body will never look like hers. And she's still a woman. The woman who was screaming in the locker room, she's a very masculine presenting woman, but she's still a
Hmm.
woman. And so
And
the way that she's a woman is very different than the way that I'm a woman, but we're still women.
exactly, exactly, and so that's why I think that we should remove gender pronouns from describing gender, because what 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 you experience as gender woman is not going to be the same experience as another person who's gender woman. But sex woman, you have something that you can relate with. You're a keeper of the womb. I agree with that. You're carriers of life. I agree with that. But that's sex. That's the physical.
I
Gender is a
feel
social construct.
I feel like we're talking about the same thing, but
Hmm.
in two completely different ways. Me personally,
Okay.
I just don't believe that I don't believe that there's gender. I don't believe that there is gender. I just don't believe it. I believe that there's sex. That's it.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? And if we lived in okay, so what would it look like then if we lived in a society that only focused on sex? Would that then mean that we would go back to my original point in our last conversation that the locker rooms will be divided up by sex and the bathrooms will be divided up by sex, not gender?
I mean, I believe that the locker rooms should be divided up by sex. However, there are people who, because of modern inventions, are operating within the gray zone. Because if a person with chopped off breast and muscles and a beard walked into the women's locker room just because they have a vagina, I don't think that the women would be very comfortable with that. I think that, I think that, so there are a few different things that are going on. The ways that men are being socialized and the danger that they present and the dangerous ways that they are being socialized to navigate in society,
Hmm.
I think that that's one of the things that we need to address. It's like when people say, well, I don't see color. Okay, but we still have racism. So it's like I could
Hmm.
say that I don't believe gender exists. However, we still have sexism. We still have misogyny. We still have femicide. We still have half of the population that is 33% stronger than the other half of the population, even at the same size. We still have people who
Hmm.
are being natured and nurtured into predilections for violence. This is what
Hmm.
we have. And so I personally believe that we can't really have an honest conversation about sex and gender unless we address the ways that men are being socialized into pathological behaviors. Like we need to address that first because ideally what we would have is we would have people who felt as if the way they felt on the inside was different than their sex expression, and they would have enough respect for their individual journey that they would not try to pretend as if they are in a binary. Like, I just spent a whole entire semester learning about transvesties, learning about trans, learning about gender, and all of that. And I came away from the semester with the understanding that the very same people who are claiming that they are trans are pretending to be a thing in a gender binary. They are continuing to perpetuate these falsities about what men and women are based on socialization. A man is a person, an adult human with smaller, more abundant sex cells. A woman is an adult human with larger, fewer sex cells. That's it. And any other type of behavior, because I had a person who called in on the phone talking about, well, I feel like this and I feel like that, and I have always felt this way. And I'm like, that's cool that you felt that way, but please have respect for your journey. Like the people that I've learned about who are two spirit, like in Native American culture, they were called two spirit,
Hmm.
and they were
Yeah.
said to have a deeper connection to the divine because they were both expressions in one. They weren't saying,
Hmm.
"Oh, listen, Pachamama, I'm a woman, so therefore I'm going to enter into the women's tent when they're doing their period rituals." They didn't bring their dicks into the women's tents. They didn't do that.
Because they were recognized. They were
And so
recognized.
this is what I'm saying. Trans people will never be able to get what trans people ultimately want when they are pretending to be one sex or the other opposite sex. You will never get what it is that you want. You cannot be recognized when you're pretending to be something that you're not. If you want to
I
be
don't think that's
recognized, listen,
fair,
I'm not,
Tanya.
listen, If you want to be recognized, you have to claim your spot. You have to say, listen, this is who I am. This is the square that I am standing on, and I deserve to be recognized for standing on this square. What we have is we have people who are like, nope, I deserve to be recognized for standing on your square. I deserve to be able to go into the places that only people on this square shall go. I deserve to have my birth certificate and my passport, all of my documents changed to pretend as if I'm this other thing. What you are doing is you're advocating for your erasure when you do that. You erase the trans experience by pretending to be the other sex. Please embrace the journey of being a two-sexed being or two-spirit being or two-gendered being or whatever it is that you want to call yourself, but embrace and respect that unique journey.
I agree with what you're saying, Tanya. The part that I think isn't fair is that you bring up socialization, but then you ignore that trans people are socialized to accept a gender binary. They're socialized to accept that there are only two, so that only two genders. So if they grow up into adults who are like, well, I'm going to stand on this box here because that's where I believe I should be, is because they were socialized to believe in a gender binary. That's not their fault.
Who said it was
But
anybody's fault? I didn't say it was their fault. What I'm saying is that you advocate for your erasure by playing into the two gender system. Advocate for your unique gender. No one is assigning fault.
I'm advocating to remove gender pronouns from describing gender. That's what I'm advocating for.
Okay, so
Yeah,
then do that.
I'm not.
Go out there and say
What
that
was
you're
it?
an orange and then see whether or not people put you in Bellevue. Go say, I'm an orange. I'm a male orange. Go say that. And then see whether or not they take you
I'm
and they
just
put you in a
talking
padded
about this to
wagon.
you. Listen, cisgender people are still struggling with, gay, straight, bisexual being the only, So this is going to take time. I'm willing to turn one stone at a time, one pebble at a time, until we get to an understanding that gender is a social construct. I mean, not just between you and I and your listeners, but globally, that is in the zeitgeist eventually, that, this is a social construct, and we need to just focus on, when it comes on dividing the sexes, we need to focus on sex. Sex locker rooms are sex female. That means you were born a sex female. You go into the female locker room. I don't think a trans woman or a trans male have any danger or that much danger in a locker room. Maybe the trans female, but definitely not the trans male. So I don't know. I think dividing things by sex and just like getting rid of gender altogether, that would solve a lot of problems.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in and giving your point of view. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, and I love you, love your show, and I'll call back again, and I'll stay on topic.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye.
All right. It's probably time for us to get up and do some movement. Oh, Ladyboy. That's how they refer to them in Thailand. See, I feel like in America, I feel like we've entered into this whole space of entitlement where people feel that they're entitled to be regarded as the opposite sex. Like, nobody has to regard you that way, and you erase your own unique experience. When did gender become a social construct? It has always been a social construct when people are socializing by sex. Let's get up and do a little bit of movement. And part of the reason that we do our movement is so that we can honor our bodies and take care of ourselves. Okay? All right. All right. Someone's calling, but you don't see us dancing. Oh, I'm sweating. Oh my goodness. Hey, hey.
Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry, Merry Christmas. Merry.
All right. That was good. That was good. I enjoyed that. Even though it wasn't, oh, my thing is not working, my mouse. Even though it wasn't straight dancing, it was nice to just have a little bit of movement. All right. So we missed the call. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. Oh, hold on. It's just still not working. It's still not working. Okay, let's see. Oh, now it's working. Okay. All right. So I'm ready to take the next call. 323-488-3149. All right. All right. Phone lines are open. 323-488-3149. Phone lines are open, and I am available to talk with you. 323-488-3149. Let me see. I did miss a call. Let me see if I. Whew. Hello?
Hello. Hi,
Hi, you're in the Air Live with Tonya. What's your name and where you calling from?
Jen from Virginia.
Hi, Jen from Virginia. Thanks for calling in. All right, so what is your topic that you're wanting to speak about?
Oh, well, just going back to the topic of touching.
Okay.
um, so I've had men touch me at work, which was uncomfortable, obviously, and like I just instantly felt hatred towards them.
Yeah.
But this year, I also experienced like a woman who says she does not identify as a woman. I don't know what she identifies as, but she likes women. Obviously, I think she has a female partner. And so at work, she would touch my shoulders and like lay her head on my chest. And I felt that sense of, I guess violation a little bit, and I guess that was interesting to me.
So, did you have a conversation with her about this behavior? Did you push her down on the ground? Did you speak to HR? What happened?
No, just in my head, I was like, this is uncomfortable. I don't like this. It's kind of the same, like, silent feelings as if a man had touched me. And I just found it interesting, like, just because she identifies a different way, and I know that she likes women in that way, I just felt violated just out of that. Like, maybe if she was just another girl who's, if we're just like friends, it would be okay, whatever. She's just like being friendly. But because I knew that about her, it made me feel a little bit violated. Like she was enjoying laying her head on my
Oh,
chest and I won. Yeah.
so did this person identify themselves as, feeling this outside of the binary before or after they started touching you?
Before.
Oh, do women typically behave this way towards you? Or is it just this unique
No,
person?
just this person.
Okay.
I mean, I think some girls are friendly and like if they grab your arm and maybe you skip through the hallway or like you hug your friends, like I have friends that are kind of touchy feely and it's
Yeah.
fine. But this was like, I don't know, like
And
you're
at
invading
work of
my
all
space.
places, listen, I haven't. How many ladies here have ever just gone up to another woman and put your head on their chest? Which part of your chest did she put? The middle bony part right here, the fatty parts down
Yeah.
here. Like where did she put her head? Up here by the
The bony
shoulder.
part, the
The,
bony part, I don't have very much chest, but it was more, above. But yeah, I felt like so how I have had a married man basically rub my back for way too long, and I felt like he was kind of like inspecting, like, oh, is she wearing a bra? I felt that sort of inspection of my body as she was there for way too long, in my opinion. If
when was
that
the
makes
last
sense,
time that
like,
something like this happened?
what do you mean?
How? When
This
was
is
the
the
last
first,
time this
and
person touched you?
earlier this year.
Okay. And the person has not tried to touch you since then?
I kind of stayed away from her. She said something kind of disrespectful to me. I didn't know how to take it, and then she's been out with like endometriosis problems, so I haven't seen her in a couple months
Oh, she
anyway.
don't identify. The person doesn't identify as a woman, but that endometrial motherfucking osis identifies with her as a woman. I mean, come on. See, this is what I'm
Yes.
saying. Like, you can say what it is that you want to say, but when that, let me be quiet. So, yeah, um, this is unacceptable behavior. And HR needs to be made aware of this. If this person ever tries to touch you and make you feel uncomfortable ever again, as a matter of fact, you might need to put in an incident report just to be on the safe side because I'm not down with this. This person is not your friend. It's like when people be calling me girl and you ain't my friend, especially non-black people, don't call me your girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on. They be like, girl. I be like, you don't get the hell out of my face with this foolishness. This person has
Yes.
no reason. Look, they done threw my damn antlers down. This person has no reason to be touching you up on your chest, laying up on you, and all of this. This is part of what happens in societies that communalize women's bodies. So we are
Mm,
living in these patriarchies that make women's bodies seem like community property. And so people who are socialized into liking women or socialized in these societies and they like women, they also treat women like property. Like sometimes they are part of the same damn systemic problem. And this needs to be nipped in the damn bud. Like what's she doing? Like even if you were at a medical visit and the stethoscope wasn't working, they still would need to get permission before they just had their head up on your chest. Like, this is inappropriate.
yes. Agreed. Well, That's all I had.
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
thank you.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Phone lines are open 323-488-3149. Like, I don't know what some of these people are out here doing. People are just, they're getting too free on other people's bodies. It's like, then ain't nobody, no one, people don't want that. And they think that just because they feel a certain way, that you need to feel that way too. And it don't go like that. It don't go like that. It don't go like that. Mm-mm-mm. All right. So 323-488-3149. That's the phone number to call in and speak with me live. It's anything you want to talk about. Ain't no subject today. It's anything. Mm. So far we've been talking about touching, inappropriate touching, advocating for self. We've been talking about the trans issue. We've been talking about a lot of different things. And people are answering in the comments that they don't do that. Like, I have never. It's like, come on. Like, people just don't want to respect women's space. Like, if you ever want to see, like, take a look at female reporters in the field and how these men behave at female reporters. Then, if you say something to them and if you get all rah rah on them, then all of a sudden they want to act like you're the one who's wrong, but they don't act like that towards male reporters in the field. You know what I'm saying? It's like these people, they're constantly crossing boundaries with women. It's unbelievable. Mm. All right. 323-488-3149. Phone lines are open. Whew. Mm. I heard that there's some people who want to call in internationally. If you're still here, let me know and I'll open up the Telegram. Um, or I don't think the WhatsApp is connected on this phone, on this computer. Let me see. No, the WhatsApp. Wait, is it logging in? No, it's not connected. It's not connected. So it's up to you. Just let me know. All right. What else is there? What's the next topic? And Kathy is saying you can't afford to remain silent when it comes to this type of behavior. Set a boundary for yourself. Exactly. Exactly. Because people, they get hopped up on all different types of gray consent type P0RN. And then, they be going outside and sometimes they be getting into their little fantasy world and you gotta knock them out of it. Like one woman said she had to hit a man in his little cajones with a broomstick at work. Like I don't blame you. That broomstick should have broken and that sharp end should have went right in. You know what? No premeditated stuff. But if you ever need to just break that broom, my antlers, just break that broomstick and do what you gotta do. Shoot. All right. If there are no other call ins, then I'll just go to the comments and see what you all have to say here. So there's about 100 people here on YouTube, so you can't hide. I see you here. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what to say, honestly. Like, it's just too much. Like, these people, I don't know what to say about these people. We're living in some strange, weird times where people are getting, like, the more connected we become, the more disconnected people become. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. It's wild. It's wild. So, nonetheless, I'm going to probably jump out of here. Excuse me. Stick around for a little while answering last minute questions. And then I'm going to jump out of here. Exactly. So, is that Pure Melody? Is that? Oh, Supreme. Supreme is saying you hit the nail on the head. It feels like women's bodies are public property. Exactly. This is why men who don't know you feel the right to tell you to smile. This is why men who have never met you are concerned about what you did before you met them because they owned you before they even knew you. It's like, come on, it's like it's ridiculous, getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand and it needs to be nipped in the bud. This is why we have these violent incels out here who feel that they are owed women's bodies and that women are oppressing them by denying them sex. It's like they don't want to have intercourse with you, but meanwhile, there's all types of women that they're not attracted to. And there's no problem with them not being attracted to women, but it's a problem for women to not be attracted to them. It's like, it's come on. Men are able to do whatever they want to women's bodies, and we are just supposed to like it. Exactly. Well, they want to be able to do whatever it is that they want because they have not been taught that women are autonomous beings, that women have a right to live, to do what it is that they choose with their bodies. So someone said, do you think getting a PhD is worth it in 2025? I almost applied this fall, but honestly feel the higher ed is not necessary. You can call in and you can talk to me. If you just want to talk from the comments, I'll say that if you find yourself a program that's funded, you're getting paid to get your PhD. So is it worth it to get paid and do research at the same time? I mean, that's a no brainer for me. But if you are thinking about a PhD in a field that is not funded, I mean, but there's funding that's available out there depending on what it is that you want to do research on. So, I just paid for my master's. And I was just talking with my therapist about this the other day, and I was like wondering about whether or not I feel the knowledge and information that I gained was worth it because I'm going to have to be in continuing education for the rest of my life. I'm going to be going to seminars and continuing to learn because school is really only 12 classes, 12, 13 classes at most, depending on which master's program you're in. So it's like, is the information worth it to you, regardless of what the year is? Like me, there's certain things that I want to learn. What is it that you would want to learn, even if, even if you were not going to get paid for it? And me, I'm still reading and learning about this incel stuff. I think that that's interesting. I um I have time now to read any book that I want to, and I want to get into the creation of the patriarchy, the second sex. There was a book that someone recommended to me the other day, but I want to get into all of this stuff. I feel like, tell me, what's the thing that you were thinking about getting your PhD in? She was bullied, and they even laughed over how she unalived herself. They bullied her constantly, even meeting with the man who essayed. What are we talking about? Did you hear about the girl who unalived herself on TikTok? It's happening so frequently. Like, which one? Which one? I mean, if you think about it, people don't believe that women should be able to consent. Like, they don't even care anymore. Like, you talking about somebody who's essayed and bullied because she was the one, instead of the man who essayed her being bullied, she's the one who's getting bullied. Like, every little bit of knowledge that we can get in today's time, I feel is worth it. My brother says that women are whores and men are whore makers. He teaches his stepson to F them all. It's very alarming to me since my brother also has a daughter, my niece, who shares a it cut off, so I don't see what else it says after that. Who shares a bedroom, a house, a mother? Look, at this point, that's child abuse. Shares a room with the same stepson. The stepson is 16 and she is only 6 years old. Yeah, listen, you need to have a conversation with your niece because goodness knows what in the hell else is happening inside that house. And a 16-year-old boy should not be in the same bedroom as a 6-year-old girl. And what your brother is teaching to his son, wait, is it his stepson? Yeah, stepson. Yeah, this is child abuse. This is child abuse. And the most that you can do is start telling the family about what your brother is saying to the child. Like, this is not cute. It's not funny. I don't think it's cute. And it doesn't need to stand. Her name was Rizzy, and she was bullied by the man who assaulted her and two women content creators who doxed her. I'll look it up real quick. Okay, so this is what it says. Stop cyberbullying. A woman took her own life during a TikTok live. Rest in peace, Rizzy. And then it says here, beloved Montgomery, Alabama-based content creator Riziki reportedly died by suicide on TikTok live on December 13th, according to The Independent. The tragedy of a young black woman's life fell on full of promise, cut short, is not only agonizing, but as the details of her final weeks emerge. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to scroll. Hold on. Rizzy was, according to TMZ, relentlessly cyberbullied, not by the usual internet troll, white supremacists, or MAGA, but by a shocking source, other black women who reportedly targeted her with hateful comments. Henry was open about her mental health struggles, but it is not clear if anyone outside of her family was aware of that. But regardless of who knew what and when, people were in the comment section of her videos writing offensive comments, some allegedly even encouraging her to take her own life. Here's the thing, social media is not real life. Liking a post on TikTok or X doesn't translate into liking the person behind the screen. And then it goes on and on. I just want to hear about, all right. What is going on? This took me to a different place. Oh no. This needs to be more, there needs to be more laws against cyberbullying. For real. Shit is out of hand. Rest in peace. So listen, we've gotten into a stage where people's online, like, in order to be able to conduct yourself online, there needs to be some sort of paper trail. Like, somebody needs to know your real name, and there needs to be a quick way to do a report so that authorities are made to be aware of what people are doing and saying and behaving online, because online has real life consequences. Somebody's saying, where's the mother? The mother is probably at work, especially in these damn capitalistic societies. Like, it only takes 5 minutes for a person to take their life. This person looks old enough to be able to be on her own for 5 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about this. Like, the whole thing just seems wild. Like, look, I remember when I was living in my car, the people who were, so you have to remember, so there's a few different things that we need to be aware of and talk about. So, number one, you have got to have an internal desire to live and to live well. This is why I encourage you to have a mental health professional on deck so that the person is already available when you need them, so that you're not left high and dry, unable to care for yourself because things just got overwhelming too quickly, right? When I was living in my car, the people who were bullying me were black. White people didn't even give a damn about me living in my car. As a matter of fact, 6 months after I got out of my car, fucking hashtag motherfucking van life started going fucking viral. And then, so it's like I started a craze. People saw me living in my car. Then they saw me living in my RV. And then hashtag van life started going viral. And then the people who came after me became famous for the bravery of living in their car and being on the open road. One girl showed how she washed her ass and all of that living on the road. It was crazy. I was like, I just finished living through this. Now all of a sudden it's famous and popular. But when I was going through it, I mean, there's still some videos up today. If you look up Tonya TKO scammer, you will see that it's videos by black women who were making videos. Like I thought that these comments, I was like, these comments are trolled and this, that, and the other. But there were women who made videos like, motherfucker, is you here in this car with me? You in your house behind your screen talking about what the hell I am or am not doing? They were saying I wasn't really living in my car. And I'm sitting up there looking at the screen like, "Oh, what?" They said I was scamming and all this other stuff because I did a GoFundMe and I raised money to help me get out of my car. And they were jealous because I raised money. And the fool that I was, I stopped my GoFundMe at 12K. I should have left it open because people who came after me, the same people who was making fun of me, like this Manosphere man, he put up a GoFundMe right after mine and raised over $60,000. Meanwhile, I stopped mine because of criticisms at 12K. I should have left the whole thing open so that when I got my RV, I could have paid for it full in cash. That's what I should have damn done. But no, like, you have to remember there's a lot of different types of people out there, and some of these women in the patriarchies that we are raised in, they are so desperate for male attention that they will harm you, they will trample you trying to get to some nuts. They will run lock, steed, and barrel to trample over you to try to get somewhere to gargle on some nuts. The man who SA'd her was her therapist. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? Hold the hell up. This person needs their license revoked. What? They didn't say that in this story I just finished reading. Hold on. Let me go back out and type in therapist. This is some wild and crazy foolishness. I'm not seeing that he was her therapist here on the net. Let's see what this is. Facebook. Like, where's they don't even have only the root is reporting on this. The police in Montgomery, Alabama are investigating the unaliving of Riziki I. Henry, who went by Rizzy, She took her own life while on live stream on TikTok on December 12th. Since her unaliving, multiple videos have surfaced of her being bullied by other creators who at some point told her to take her own life. These people need to be held accountable. Before she tragically took her life, she was on live stream panel with members of the Messy Talk community before the heartbreaking act. She named names of people who had been bullying her. I personally saw videos of creators mocking and joking about her unaliving, and even going so far as meeting with a man she accused of assault. My heart goes out to anyone. Like, see, this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of in the times that we're living in right now, there's a lot of unwell people out there, and it's only getting worse. And well, the person who did a GoFundMe, he wasn't raising it for an RV. He was claiming that someone was stopping him from seeing his children, and he needed money for a lawyer. Someone else is asking, what's the point of mocking someone who's living in their car? Well, they said that I was lying. They said that I was looking too good to be living in my car. They said that just all different types of stuff. People come up with all different types of stuff, and people were miserable then. They're even more miserable now. I have an entire playlist of when I was living in my car. It's called The Displacement for the Dream Diaries. And like I'm telling you, if I wonder if it's still there. Like if I looked up Tonya TKO scammer, SCAMMER. Oh wow. Oh, interesting. Oh, look here. Here. Tonya TKO is a scam artist, or no, you be the judge. Okay. This is what I'm saying. These videos are out there and they'll live on forever. Tonya TKO tax scam exposed. GoFundMe fraud, New York State. Yeah? Like this is what I'm saying. These people, they're still out there. They're still out there. And so I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way that the people who look like you could be the main ones abusing you. Wait, what's going on here? I watched the series. Okay, so someone saw the series. Thank you for supporting it. That's why I start having the conversation with my niece about her body. My brother says she is too young for those conversations. No, we talk to the little girls around here at 3 years old because they understand. They understand. You know what I'm saying? At 8, listen, by the time they're 8, kids at school already talking to them. Listen, when I was 9, there were some older girls in my class, and one of these older girls, we were in the bathroom and there was no toilet paper in there. And this girl used the bathroom, she urinated, and we were like, well, there's no toilet paper in there. How are you going to urinate? And she was like, oh, well, once you have hair, you don't need to wipe. This is what this girl in school tried to teach me when I was 9 years old. I don't even want to imagine what her yampy smelled like down there. You know what I'm saying? Because how you not gonna wipe because you got hair, girl? All you got is smell and tangled up in the hair fibers now, dripping and stuck to your underwear. That's not a good look, dear. So I hope somebody taught her by now. But what I'm saying is, when I was that age, girls were teaching each other how to kiss boys by tonguing down the mirror in the damn bathroom. In the bathroom, They've already shown how these air blow dryers are blowing fecal matter all over your damn hands. And when I was that age, they was at the damn in the school bathroom, tongue kissing the damn mirror, talking about you don't need to wipe and all this other stuff. No, 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 no. So you talk to these kids because somebody say yuck. Listen, listen. My niece's mother just goes along with whatever my brother says, literally. Listen, let me tell you something. As somebody who is an aunt, right? Take care of yourself because you cannot control what is going on in somebody else's house. Talk to the family and let it be a whole family thing, but don't take the whole thing on your shoulders alone, because what's going to happen when all is said and done is they're just going to resent you anyway. Everybody going to turn on you. Your sister going to be like, why you minding my business? Your brother's gonna be like, why you such a hater? And the nieces and the nephews are gonna be like, you turn the family against my parents. F you. So you ain't never gonna win. Nobody is gonna come and be like, you were the hero, thank you for saving me. They ain't gonna say that. They're gonna blame you because they're not gonna be able to blame their bum ass parents. So do whatever you feel that you need to do, because you ain't gonna be nobody's hero. So you take care of your life first. Don't put your life on hold for anybody, no matter how well-meaning you are, no matter how helpless they seem. Everybody got their own life to live, and you got yours. So that's all I'm gonna say. Hey, Perry, welcome in. We over here talking about every and any now at this point. And it's probably time for us to get up. I didn't have my timer on, but it feels like it's been about time for us to get up. And let's see what Christmas song we have here.
What a feeling, now it's time for Christmas. And Christmas is my...
Let's see what this is. This is called Nutcracker. All right, get up out your seat if you sitting. Right there. Okay. All right. So, whew. So she's saying, oh no, my brother said I can't be around my niece anymore. Doesn't let me see her. Aunties don't have rights. Well, you know what? This is what I'm saying. You got to talk to the whole family about it, because otherwise they just gonna start labeling you as all types of stuff because you're trying to help people who don't, you know what I'm saying? You giving yourself all of this heartache. The most that you could do is whatever part you can do without messing up your own life. That's all I can say about that. That's all I can say. So, on that note, I think I'm going to jump off of the computer. I'll hang around for a little bit to answer any final last minute questions. Is there anybody who wanted to call in before I got off of not some Santa twerk? Lord have mercy. If you wanted to call in before I got out of here, put up a 1 and I'll open back up the phone lines. Other than that, then we are going to be going. All right. So anyone going once, going twice? I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll give you a chance to kind of catch up on it. Other than that, I don't know what else to say. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, Perry loves this time of year. How wonderful. Let the Yuletide glee come out. All right. So I will see you all in the next video then, if there's nobody who has anything else that they want to say. And then we'll call it a day. I'm already sweating in here. It's so hot from these lights. And so that'll be that. That'll be that. All right. Thank you all so much. Let me check the apples real quick before I get out of here, just in case anybody sent anything to the apples. Oh, there's some apples that have come in. Adrian sends through $10 and says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. I truly want the best for my niece, but what can I do? No rights to make things right. Exactly, you're just an auntie. And let me tell you, there's really nothing that you can do that is going to be appreciated anyway. So this is what I'm saying. Make it a whole family thing. You got to get the whole family buy-in, because if the family doesn't buy in, it's just you against the wind, making yourself, crazy over people that you're going to be struggling to try to help. You know what I mean? We want the best for children, yes. And as long as you know that you've done the very best that you can without hurting yourself, that's all that we can ask for. That's it. That's it. All right. So I'll see you all in the next video. No one has put up a 1, so I'll see you all. Thank you all so much for coming out. And we shall go out to the next song. A Perry's working. What did you want to call in to talk about? Why are you working early anyway? All right, listen, I will see you all in the next video. I should come out and do a reaction video, but I've just been kind of feeling down for the holidays lately. I've been feeling a little down, and so today's video did pick me up. All right, I got you. So I appreciate all of you for coming out and being a part of the broadcast, because these platforms are trying to destroy my channel, and so I appreciate whenever anyone comes out. I am working with my app developer. The app for will be done during this first quarter, because my IP, my what do you call it? My thesis, my final project for my master's is going to be this app. So thank you all so much. Thank you. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And for me, my self-love lesson from today is really about coming together with community. Just coming together with community and being with one another, and how that just feeds our souls. Okay? Happy holidays to you all too. All right.